got a song, ain't got no melody. How am I gonna sing it to my friends? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah, yeah. I got a story, ain't got no moral. Gonna let the bad guy win every once in a while. I got a story, ain't got no moral. Let the bad guy win every once in a while. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah, yeah. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah, yeah. I gotta dance, I ain't got no step. Gonna let the music move me around. I gotta dance, ain't got no step. Gonna let the music move me around. Will it go round in circles?
Jordan.
Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky?
A little bit in there.
Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah. I got a song, ain't got no melody. How am I gonna sing it to my friends? Yeah, yeah. I got a song, ain't got no melody. How am I gonna sing it to my friends? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Yeah. Will it go round in circles?
Piano a little bit in the monitor.
Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Yeah, yeah. Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky?
Yeah. Woohoo! Let's do Coming Together. Thank you guys for coming early to see our little concert that goes on here. Sing with us on this one, you know it. I got love.
Got love.
I got peace.
I've got peace.
I got joy. Flowing like a river. I got love.
I've got love.
I've got peace.
I got peace.
I got joy. Flowing like a river. One heart.
One heart.
One mind.
One mind.
One love. Flowing like a river. I got hope.
I've got hope.
I got strength.
I've got strength.
I got faith to move every mountain. I got hope.
I've got hope.
I got strength.
I've got strength.
I got faith to move every mountain. One heart.
One heart.
One love.
One mind.
One mind to move every mountain. I got you.
I've got you.
I got me.
I got me.
I got us coming together. I got you.
I've got you.
I got me.
I've got me.
I got us coming together. One heart.
One heart.
One mind.
One mind.
One love coming together. We're coming together.
We're coming together.
We're coming together.
Coming together.
We're coming together.
Coming together.
We're coming together.
Coming together.
One heart. One heart.
One heart.
One mind.
One mind.
One love coming together. Yeah. We ready? A little bit more. Okay. We're gonna just slow it down a little tiny bit and sing. How can I serve? How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak to me in ways that I'll understand. When you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet Spirit? Who needs my love today? Oh Lord, speak to me in ways that I'll understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. So good morning, you beautiful Oaks folks. Love you so much. So happy to be here with you today. As we had once last week, we have this little fly that's running around and buzzing between all of us. So if you see us doing this, we're just not whacking out, okay? That's just happening. Okay, so we're going to start off with a favorite. I'm going to wait for Sue on so we can put our lyrics up there. Oh, you did? Okay, Spirit is in this place. No worries. Yeah, you got him. You know it? We'll do it anyway. It's got one repeated lyric. We had some changes of our order of service today. So we're like kind of changing up what we're doing. Because we had some people not feeling well and didn't come, so we're not doing our induction. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. Oh, we have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Oh, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Let's stand up and sing that together. Come on. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Yes, it is. And let's let it flow through. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing in celebration. We sing in words of prayer. We sing in words of prayer. Oh, we affirm our life is sacred. We affirm our life is sacred. We declare that peace is here. We declare that peace is here. Declare that peace is here. Sing loud. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Gotta get through the masks, everybody. Sing loud. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. It sure is. I'm feeling it. Woo! Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. One more time. Spirit. Woo! Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Woo! Spirit is in this. Spirit Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go around this way. Good morning, Unity of the Oaks. I'm so happy to be with you. I told Stacy, as I feel, well, soon to be Reverend Stacy. Oh, can you feel that? I got goosebumps on that one. That was good. Or God bumps. Good morning and welcome to Unity of the Oaks. Today is a special day. It's special because you're here. Now, we are a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community. We are here to be love in action. Can we say that together? We are here to be love in action, to encourage, read with me, to encourage personal growth, awaken spiritual curiosity, and transform lives. And you know how we transform lives? We transform your life first. You ever got it together? And somebody said, what are you drinking? What you got going on? I know when I saw Jimmy earlier, I was like, hey, Jimmy, you're looking slim there, Slim Jim. But it starts to show, and people want to know what that is. And so it's on you to get this transformation. So I want you to know that and I didn't mean to call you out, Jimmy. I'm so sorry to put you on the spot. Spirit is in this place, so you don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. Okay, we welcome everyone through our doors. I want you to know that we are so grateful that you're here. I'm grateful to be here with you. I've missed you guys, and I'm so happy to be here today. I want to take a moment to say hello. Now, hello, but stay in your chairs. As you know, we reinstituted our mask policy. Numbers are going up, so please keep your masks on. But I just want you to take a moment to look around, smile at everyone. I want to say hello. I think we have Suzanne online with us. To all of our online friends, we are so grateful to have you. You are an important part of today. Today was supposed to be about sacred service and the installation of the board. But, you know, has anybody had life all over the place? Okay, so life was lifing all over the place today. So we switched gears. So the board installation is going to be on a different Sunday, and we're going to go with the flow. Somebody say, go with the flow. Go with the flow. So I have a message prepared for you called How to Supercharge Your Subconscious Mind. How to supercharge. It's kind of like, you know how like you're driving by somebody and they're going slow, and then you get over and you hit the gas? That's what we're going to do today. We're going to hit the gas. And so today's message is entitled How to Supercharge Your Subconscious Mind. And is there something else I'm supposed to say? For those of you that are watching from home and those of you that are watching here, pull out your phones, hit that share button. You can do this on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UnityoftheOaks. You can do this on our Facebook page, facebook.com/UnityoftheOaks. Tell somebody about this service. You know, people are this is such a tough time right now, right? Like watching, it's like, I feel like we've been given some tools with how to deal with the stress of life. But everybody hasn't been given those tools. And sometimes we take that for granted because we're in this amazing community. But if you hit that share button, you don't even have to leave a comment. Just hit share. You don't know whose life you can change. And the thing is that they may hear about it and show up. So go ahead, hit that share button, tell somebody about us, help us get this word out. Okay. Again, we really appreciate you being here. We're so grateful that you made the choice to be in this space right now. Let's take a moment to open today's service in prayer. Would you pray with me? Father, Mother, God, we thank you for an incredible service. We thank you that we have come together to just bask in the energy intelligence that indwells each one of us. We know that we are more than we see between our head and our feet, and we have come to wake up that spiritual giant within. We know that this is an unfolding process, and today each one of us is going to get one more piece of the puzzle that helps us manifest the life
that we deserve to live, that we were designed to live. And so we just surrender to this moment right now. We open our hearts, we open our minds, we open our ears, we open every aspect of our being, because we want to receive what we need in order to transform our lives and in order to be love in action. We want to be a living testimony that not just that God is good, but God is lavish, unfailing abundance. And that abundance is our lived reality. So I thank you, Spirit, for just weaving together all of the different pieces to make today what it's supposed to be. This is the day that I Am has made, and I shall rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. In the name and in the nature and the consciousness of I Am, I affirm that this prayer is so, and so it is.
It's by thy grace that I sing. It's by thy grace that I sing. It's by thy grace that I sing your holy name. You can sing along with me. It's by thy grace that I feel. It's by thy grace that I feel. It's by thy grace that I feel your holy name. Someday the day shall come when all the glory shall be thine. People will say it is yours, and I shan't deny, not mine. Here we go. It's by thy grace that I serve. It's by thy grace that I serve. It's by thy grace that I serve your holy name.
Good morning. I'm Susan, one of your prayer ministers here at Unity of the Oaks. And today Jimmy will be your prayer chaplain and can meet with you after service. And I have the honor of reading the daily word today before our meditation. Today's word, freedom, and the affirmation, taking responsibility for my life leads me to freedom. Each life has its share of ups and downs. Like most people, I have felt blessed by my happy experiences and laid low by my more difficult ones. I have used the spiritual tools of forgiveness and gratitude to learn from and move beyond my more painful experiences. This kind of spiritual housekeeping is my key to lasting freedom. By releasing blame and regret over and over again, if necessary, I am ensuring that I will not be bound by the past and limited by an outworn image of myself. Life is dynamic, and so am I. My growth is dependent upon my forward movement, and I commit to embracing the freedom that comes from leaving the past behind. With gratitude, I bless the person I was. With faith, I reach unencumbered for the person I am becoming. And according to Galatians 5:13, for you were called to freedom, brothers and sisters. And again, the word for today is freedom. And the affirmation, taking responsibility for my life leads me to freedom.
Let's take a moment to center ourselves. And let's hold on to that word freedom. Let's hold on to that. I am 100% responsible for my life. And assuming that responsibility makes me free. Take a deep breath. Let the seat support you. And just center yourself fully in this moment. Recognize that nothing external to you has power over you. In this moment, let your soul affirm with Jesus, all power in heaven and on earth has been given to me. I have unrestricted, unfailing authority over my experience. As a realization of your power deepens in you, feel the tension anywhere in your body drain. Wherever you may be carrying in the tension, thank you, Spirit. The scripture says, Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the confused say, I am clear. Let the sad say, I am joy. All power in heaven and on earth has been given to me, and I may speak whatever word I need in my life right now, and it is so. Take a deep breath. And feel the command of your life expanding. Everything in your life moves according to your word. And your word now takes on the power of spirit that you are. Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the confused say, I am clear. Let the sad say, I am joy. And because my word never returns to me void, it is so. Take a deep breath. I may become anything I choose. Therefore, I choose to be the God that I am. I recognize my power. My subconscious mind is deeply impressed with the idea of freedom. Nothing external to me has power over me. My circumstances now bend to my command. Thank you, Spirit. There is nothing happening in my life that I don't have the power to speak to and change by the power of my word. Everything in my life is now under the command of my word. Thank you, Spirit. Take a deep breath. The subconscious mind, I speak, hold on to these words. Never let them go. May I always remember who I am. May I always remember who I am. Thank you, Spirit. As we bring this quiet moment to a close, we just give thanks for the shift in consciousness that has taken place. When you're ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is found in every gift you give. Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. All the people you will know, all the places you will go. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't have to know right now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings, 'cause you will do amazing things. Amazing. Sing it to yourself. Amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing. Amazing. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when we're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when we're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
Oh, I think you guys can do better than that. That was incredible. All right, I got to see that there's a little hole there in the stage. So we're going to remember that. Okay. I am so happy to be back with you guys speaking this morning. This is so good. Yes, yes, yes. And I want to encourage you, talk back to me. So I want to talk to you. It actually all works together because I'm going to talk to you about why and how it is you're going to do those amazing things. And so my talk this morning is entitled, How to Supercharge Your Subconscious Mind. And this is my thesis. I'm going to say it twice because it's a little bit of a tongue twister. Follow your own thoughts, or you will follow the fellow who followed his. Learn to follow your own thoughts, or you will follow the fellow who followed his. And so the scripture comes from 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1. This is one of my favorite stories. This story supported me in probably one of my darkest moments. Everybody goes through a dark night of the soul. I don't know if they told you that, but in New Thought, you don't really escape that. You still get one. You still get one. This story helped me. This is a story of the widow with Elisha and the oil. Some of you know it. And she comes to Elisha, and this is what she says. Your servant, my husband, is dead. And you know that your servant feared the Lord, and the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slaves. So, this story is probably one of my favorites because it's the one that changed my life. And I'm going to share with you also a technique today for supercharging your subconscious. And it comes from a book that we're studying right now at Up Church called The Magic of Believing. Anybody ever heard of that book, The Magic of Believing, Claude Bristol? If you haven't, add it to your library. It'll change your life. And in the chapter, he introduces this idea called the mirror technique. And this technique, more than anything else, has been responsible for the success that I've created in my life. With the exception of a few brief periods, I practice the mirror technique daily. If you saw the movie As a Man Thinketh, then you heard me talking about my morning commercial. When it comes to manifesting your dreams, when it comes to doing those amazing things, you are the only person you need to convince. Sometimes we think I got to convince the bank. I got to convince my mama. I got to convince my daddy. When it comes to doing the amazing things that you are meant to do in life, you are the only person that you need to convince. Other people will always have opinions. Anybody ever met people with opinions? No? Well, where are those people at? All the ones I met got opinions. They got lots of opinions. So what you want is to become indifferent to those opinions. And I want to be clear because it's not the same thing as ignoring the opinions, right? What I mean is that their opinions don't even register in your mind. Right? They may be coming at you with their slings, their arrows, their judgments, and they don't even touch you emotionally. It's as if it never was said or expressed. All human relationships, this one was a tough one for me because it felt unspiritual, but whatever. All human relationships are based on selling of one kind or another. And we all engage in it when we undertake to persuade others to our way of thinking. All dreams require the help of other people. So these amazing things. So let me clear this up. So you are here not to keep the status quo. You are here to do what has never been done. Rest with that. And this is how I work with this with Jordan, because I really want him to get this at this age. Of all the people that were on the planet before you, let's just say billions. Of all the people that are on the planet now, billions. Of all the ones that are going to come after you have left this planet, billions. Not one of them was given your divine assignment. There was something unique about you that you were given an assignment that if you don't do it, it never gets passed to someone else. That impressed me. And so my whole goal is don't take it to the grave, Sherri. Don't take it to the grave. So many businesses never got started. So many books never got written. So much art never got created. All dreams require the help of other people. If your dream does not require the help of other people, it's not from God. Our dreams, because God is lavish, unfailing abundance, so God can only give itself. So if your dream is accomplishable, is that a word? If your dream is accomplishable, I'm making up words. If it can be done by you and you alone, it is not the dream. So our dreams, due to the nature of their size, necessarily put us in relationship to other people. Isn't that something you got to deal with, those opinions? And so there's no real getting around it. And here's the thing. I don't want you to take not needing to convince other people to mean that you don't need other people. God is lavish, unfailing abundance. Manifesting your dream, the one that God gave you, is going to be a collaborative act. Everything on the material plane started as an idea. Right? It's a thought in somebody's mind. Now, one of my mentors, Reverend Mary, used to say, as metaphysicians, our job is to master the art of expansion and contraction. We are to take the ideas that God gives us and expand them out to an experience, or we're to take experiences that we no longer desire to have and collapse them back down to the idea, right? And so it's always the same technique. It's always the same technique, no matter what it is. It is that you get the picture of what you want in your mind, and then you sell you on the idea. You get the picture of what it is that you want in your mind, and you sell you on the idea. The only reason that you can't sell someone else on the idea is you're not yet convinced of it. But once you're convinced, then your next step is to understand from Spirit who is to help you accomplish it. Because the dream is going to put you in relationship with other people. Now, sometimes your partners may not be people that you even meet. They may be people at a distance. I have someone working with me now, helping me accomplish my dream, lives all the way in Montana, Bozeman, Montana. I have never met her in person. But she is an instrumental, indispensable part of manifesting the dream. Some of the people that help you with your dream have passed on, and you're just working with the books that they left or the music that they left. And then, there are partners that are in person. Those are the most wonderful ones because they talk back, and they have opinions. And they don't always see it the way that you see it. Sometimes you have partners that live in your own house. And they don't see it the way that you see it. But as you hold the idea in mind, whatever it is, and I really want to be clear, because sometimes people think, oh, you're not talking to me. I'm 80. No, I'm talking to you too. I'm talking, as we would say, where I grew up in the country, I'm talking to all y'all. You know, all y'all? All of y'all. As you hold the idea in mind, what happens is you're going to be taught how to become a vibratory match for what it is that you desire. So you don't have to be a match to get started, but you do have to be coachable to become a match for what you desire. And so this widow who created a fortune from a simple jar of oil is our model for this process. And so I'm going to give you 3 steps today. I try to keep it simple. And the first step I'm going to give you is to clarify what you want. The second step I'm going to give you is to convince yourself that you can have it. And the third step is follow every intuitive hunch no matter what. So, step number 1, clarify what you want. Most people never manifest their desires because they never take the time to clarify their desires. A clear desire almost manifests itself. In fact, the clearer that you make the desire, the sooner it appears. So it's the real problem with unclear desires is that it puts you in the position of follower instead of leader. You were born for leadership. Well, how is it that everybody can be a leader? The season for fellowship is always in service to what will eventually become the place where you lead. See, most people are following without consideration for where they're eventually going to lead. They're just going along to get along. Maybe they hadn't been taught that they have something unique to give and to bring into expression. That's possible. Maybe they're afraid. Maybe the leadership in them or the boldness in them has been shamed out of them, right? Maybe they have been convinced that they're not special. How is it that I could be special and there are like 8 billion people on the planet? And how is it there are 8 billion people? And if everybody's special, doesn't that make me not special? Because it's like we start going through and I'm saying, no, there is something that you are uniquely suited to do. Growing up, my favorite artist was Prince. Anybody love Prince? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I love Prince. But during the season that Prince reigned, you saw what I did there? Okay, right. I need to. Okay, but during the season that Prince reigned, also Michael Jackson did, and there was a whole thing: who's better, right? Michael Jackson or Prince? Or at least that's what they were saying in my community. But the thing is that, can you imagine Prince doing Michael Jackson's music? Or vice versa? But both were virtuosos in their own right. What you have to realize, and I learned this from Della, because when Reverend Della was coming up as an artist, she said, I had Ella, and she names, I'm blanking on names now, Ella Fitzgerald, and other singers of that ilk. And now I've got to go out and be Della. And she said, when I finally got that, I got all the Della you want. And if you want some Della, you got to come. You can't go to Ella. You can't go to Sarah Vaughan. You got to come to Della to get what Della got. And so when you realize that I got all of the Sherri, or I got all of the other Sherri, I got all of the Janie, right? When you realize that, you put your shoulders back. It makes you walk differently. I have something special to give to this earth in this generation, and I promise myself I shall not leave until I do it. People who do not use their creative ability are always being given orders by those who do. You have gifts and talents and resources within you that will make you your own economy. You may need an investor, aka a job, for a season. But you are hardwired to be your own economy. That means your fortunes are not meant to go up and down just because the stock market does. The problem is you don't know what you want. And this goes back to my thesis for today. If you do not follow your own thoughts, then you will follow the fellow who followed his. Your job is provided by the fellow who followed his. Your clothes are provided by the fellow who followed his. The products that you buy are provided by the fellow who followed his. Was it your deodorant that you went and bought off the shelves? And all of you are amazing creators. Those are supposed to be your clothes that we are seeing in Macy's and Nordstrom's and Barney's, or they don't exist anymore, but those are supposed to be your clothes. It should be your books that we're seeing on the New York Times bestseller list. Yeah. Yes. Those are supposed to be your designs driving off of the car lots. That's supposed to be your art that's in the galleries. Your job is provided by the fellow who followed his. Isn't that something? And so instead of being your own economy, you have become a pawn in someone else's. And you have the ability not to do that. But it starts with clarifying, what do you want? What matters to you? What do you care about above all else? What idea or cause is worth giving your life to? See, the widow knew what she wanted. She didn't even come with a question. She came with a statement. This is what she said. Your servant, my husband, is dead. I'm going to give it to you the way I think she said it. Your servant, my husband, is dead. And you know your servant feared the Lord, and the creditor is coming to take my 2 sons to be his slaves. No question in that. Not one question. Elisha didn't even have to say, what do you want? The next sentence says, well, wait, what you got in your house? There's this R&B group. They used to sing this song, and the lyric says, it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Is your desire so clear that is written all over your face? Is it so clear that you speak it? You don't even have to say it. You don't even have to ask the question, but you start to move in it, and everybody starts running to help you accomplish it. Step number 2, convince yourself that you can have it. So you don't move to step 2 until you have mastered step 1, because clarity precedes belief. You cannot convince yourself of anything that you're not clear about. But once you're clear, the convincing becomes easy. And so this brings me to the mirror technique. So when you get in the mirror, this is my favorite part. You give voice to what you desire, and you supercharge your subconscious mind. You literally, so get this, you have forces within you that have not yet been unlocked. They will move on your behalf and order the universe so that it looks like your desire, so that it makes room for your desire. But you have to unlock those forces. And the way that you unlock those forces is that you've got to get in the mirror every morning and you talk to you. You tell you what you are supposed to have. And when you do that, you will literally unlock the forces of God within you to go out and act on your behalf. So let me tell you a little bit about what my morning commercial sounds like. Sometimes I'm loud. I was quiet this morning at Sherri's house. Spent the night at Sherri's house. Depends on my circumstance, but it's not a negotiation whether or not I'm going to do it. Okay? Unstoppable, indomitable. I'm looking myself in the eye. Force of nature. Sherri James, meet the real Sherri James. A really important person. Now, Sherri, you're a big thinker. Think big. Think big about everything. You have plenty of ability to do a first-class job. Girl, do a first-class job. Sherri, you believe in happiness, progress, prosperity, so talk only happiness. Talk only progress. Talk only prosperity. Know in your heart that money loves you. Money needs you. Dollars want you. You have a bias toward action and you're a learner. Take action in a bold way today. Demonstrate that resilience that makes you a billionaire. See, because you can learn anything, you've now rewired your mind to earn large sums of money every day. Clearly, you understand the mental wealth you possess. So, dare to play a bigger game. Go ahead. Reach for the seeming impossible. Change water into wine, Sherri, because nothing can stop you. That voice of self-sabotage no longer has a seat at the banquet table of your mind. I've forgiven every mistake, and now you have irrevocable permission to slay. Every morning. Because I'm changing the subconscious. And here's the thing. This is a known thing. Companies spend billions every day to convince you to choose their product as your solution when you run into a seeming crisis. You don't just buy any detergent. I would venture to say you buy the one that has made the deepest impression in your subconscious mind. You don't buy just any toothpaste. Even if it were Crest, you don't buy just any Crest. You get a specific one. And if somebody came back from the store with the Crest that you don't use, they'll go, that's not the one I use. Because somebody made an impression in your subconscious mind. Well, if they can spend billions to impress my subconscious mind, I mean, I could do it for free by just doing it every day. I mean, that's my logic. See, it takes flaming belief in your own cause to unlock these forces. And that widow had that. She came to Elijah without a question. Your servant, my husband, is dead. And now the creditors are here to get my sons. She didn't say, what are you going to do about it or anything. And Elisha was, well, what you got in your house? let me get to moving. Because it was flaming belief. See, the widow demonstrated this flaming belief. Her belief was so powerful that Elisha got to moving. When you have gotten in the mirror and supercharged your subconscious, what you spoke about in secrecy to yourself can now touch people at a soul level. In Psalms, they call it deep calls to deep. You are either selling or you are being sold. And whomever has done the work to go the deepest within themselves is the one doing the selling. And whomever has not is the one being sold. Let me tell you what else happens when you look in the mirror. You change the look in your own eye. One of my favorite quotes, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who happens to share a birthday with me, and is my favorite writer. Every person carries in his or her eyes the exact indication of his or her rank. And you know you've seen it. You've seen people come into a room and they either look like they own it or they're being owned. Phyllis Diller, anybody know who Phyllis Diller is? Anybody old enough to know who Phyllis Diller? Okay, yeah. Phyllis Diller credits Claude Bristol's book, The Magic of Believing, with the career that she created. She says she took the principles from The Magic of Believing, and specifically the mirror technique, and practiced it for 2 years, and you know the legendary career that she has had. You may be walking into a room like a mouse today, but it doesn't have to stay that way. you have within you right now with no money added, right? Because sometimes we think we need money to make it so. With no access added, sometimes we think it's who you know. With no any of those other, no extra education added. Sometimes we think it's a degree that's keeping us out of where we are. With no further training, sometimes we think that's what somebody else knows. Right now, where you are for free, for the exchange of your time in the mirror, you can change the look in your own eye. So here's the thing. You set the rank. Most people believe that their rank is set by the world, and it is not. They mistakenly believe and buy into the myth of race, class, gender, and the look in their eyes follows accordingly. You are either selling or you are being sold. And so what I'm giving you today will make you immune to the pressures of the world. See, Genesis 1:27 says, let them have dominion. You were created to dominate in your zone of genius. Just rest in that. Because maybe dominate is one of those non-spiritual words you don't like. But you were created to dominate in your zone of genius, whatever that is. And maybe you weren't taught how to immunize yourself against the slings and arrows of the world. Maybe you were raised in an environment where you were constantly taught to doubt who you are. Or you had a dream to go in one direction, but the family felt you should go in a different direction. And so you still followed the path that you wanted to go, but you're still kind of plagued by the doubts, right? You can immunize yourself against the doubts. You see, the widow, by society standards, her society standards, was supposed to be a second-class citizen. How many scriptures have we read that says, remember the widow and the orphan? That's like all over the place. She was supposed to just depend on the goodwill of those around her. Your husband died? Oh, baby, I got this extra slice of bread. Not a loaf. I got this extra slice of bread. Here you go. See if you can split this between you and your two sons. But apparently, she became so convinced that her needs should be met that without uttering a question, Elisha swung into action. You've got that power too. You know, Jordan always gets me together with his music. And there's a song called How You Feel by The Larceny. And one of the lines in the song, and I always wonder, like, who is he supposed to be? Because the stuff he listens to right now is just incredible. Like, okay. But one of the lines says, when you look into my eyes, you know you're going to see that fire. And if you're standing in my way, it ain't going to be your day. And that's how that widow was. And then step number 3, follow every intuitive hunch no matter what. See, if you want a fortune, and you're supposed to have one, you have to put your mind and your energies to work. And the widow gives us a clue as to how to manifest what you desire, which is never work against what you don't want. Only work for or toward what you do want. So you don't fight what's there. You just begin to walk in the direction of where you want to go, even if it's a micro step. In the expansion and reduction process, the key is to reach only for what you want. Never fight what you don't want, because what happens is you keep what you don't want alive. It's living off of your energy. So you want to take the complaints out of your mouth. Complaining really is not cute. It's keeping alive whatever it is that you're complaining about. And once you know what you want and you've convinced yourself, then it is time to move. And so you want to create a loose plan of action. Now, this plan might only be 1 step or 2 steps. In fact, it's better if it is. And you want to heed that intuitive nudge that you get and follow it all the way to the end. See, she didn't know what Elisha could do. She only had a hunch to go see him. Sometimes we won't take action because we don't see the step that we're supposed to take after we see Elisha. And so we sit and, well, okay, after I talk to Elisha, then what? No. Go talk to Elisha, and then I'll tell you what. And when she follows through on the intuitive nudge to go see Elisha, she receives the next step, which turns her into her own economy. And so I really want you to get that within you lies an unexpressed or maybe partially expressed fortune. You are meant to be, you're not meant to be subject to the economies of the world. Really sit with that, because right now we're in the middle of a roller coaster. Anybody near retirement or retired? And y'all see what this stock market is doing? It's just having a field day, isn't it? Right? So you are not meant to be subject to the economies of the world. When you unlock the God power in you, you will become your own economy. But you got to wake up. Some people die at 26. They just don't go to the grave until they're 76. And so they are like the walking dead, being tossed to and fro by whatever is going on in life. But when you're woke, you will never be broke. There is a mountaintop that you are climbing up. But you got to take the shot. You've got to get moving. You've got to go until you shake the doubt. So it's like the doubts may be in there, and you just keep moving forward no matter what, one foot in front of the other. The thing is you're going to like how you feel on the other side. You're going to like how you feel when you lose the weight. You're going to like how you feel when the business is created. You're going to like how you feel when it's your car designs that are driving off of the lot. You're going to like how you feel when it's your music that we hear streaming. Imagine that. You're going to like how you feel. And so what you want to begin to do is live in the end before you get there. You're going to like how you feel, Suwan, when it's you on NBC. Yeah. You're going to like how you feel. And yes, it's hard. There's inner resistance all over. But if you get in the mirror every morning, you will be able to change the look in your own eye. And you'll be like that widow coming forward, like, I'm supposed to have. I'm not supposed to depend on the goodwill of other people. I am my own economy. All right, let's review. My thesis: follow your own thoughts, or you will follow the fellow who followed his. Point number one, or step one, clarify what you want. Make time to get clear. Don't just listen to this sermon and go back to sleep. Stay woke. Stay woke. Pull out every spiritual tool you have, but more importantly, get in the mirror. Step number two, convince yourself that you can have it. So make an appointment with your mirror and show up. Look yourself in the eye. Feel it. Move around. Sometimes I put on, there's great music like the Superman soundtrack, or the Rocky soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so I do that commercial with that music playing in the background. Not this morning. I didn't want to wake anybody up. But you want to develop that flaming belief that moves people on your behalf. Just like that widow, you have the power to move the masses. But first, you got to convince you. And step number three, follow every intuitive hunch. Take action no matter how seemingly unrelated. I don't believe the widow was the only widow in that community. And maybe she had seen other widows go to Elisha and come away empty-handed. Maybe she had seen other people. We don't know what she saw. Maybe she had even gone to Elisha before and come away empty-handed. But this time, your servant, my husband, is dead. And basically, this ain't right that I don't have. I don't know proper English. I have a mom who's a college professor. But this ain't right that I don't have. And I imagine she just stood there like, until Elisha said, well, what you got in your house? And when she unlocked the forces that were latent within her, she became her own economy. And you can do the same. God bless you.
Properly impressed.
Why am I off? My piano got turned off.
Oh.
Who did that? Did you do that?
I did that. I know a humble man from a village in India. He walks in the footsteps of those who've gone before. And the road he travels on will lift him up and make him strong. So when people ask him what his journey's for, if I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I know no countries, I know no governments, I just know the people I've had the joy to meet. And the only flag I know is this peace banner that I show when you see me walking down the street. So if you take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. I get my inspiration from the words of the children. I'm trying to teach myself what they already know. If I can show my fellow man what a child can understand, then the seeds that I have sown will surely grow. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Let's sing it one step. If I take one step in the right direction, if I touch one heart along the way, and if that one step becomes a chain reaction, then my journey has not been in vain. Then my journey has not been in. Thank you.
You're so good.
Vain.
It does that a lot. I don't know why. I guess I should fix it. Not to put it back.
Hello. My name is Lucy, and I am the board member of the day. And on behalf of the board, we are grateful that you are here today with us, both in person and online. We have an opportunity for you to partner with us. When you give a financial gift to Unity of the Oaks, it allows us to stay in the Conejo Valley and online, so we can fulfill our vision of transforming lives with the unity message. The easiest way to give, both in person and online, is to visit our website or text the word give to the number on your screen. If you're here in person with us today, we have a love offering basket at our new giving table over there, along with and in the back of the room, along with the texting information and our new QR code, both easy ways to give. For you maybe, but not for me. I like to give in person. Take a moment to focus your attention on your giving heart. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. Thank you for partnering with us to bring spiritual transformation messages to our community every Sunday. You are a part of helping us transform the world. We value and appreciate you. And now, here is Layla to tell you about what's going on at our church.
Hi, I'm Layla. Here's a few reminders on what's going on in our church. You can find all of this information and more in the back of the room at our info table, and of course also in our weekly e-letter and our monthly newsletter. Please contact our office if you'd like to be added to our mailing lists. Also, we now have a slideshow with announcements for 5 minutes before the service, so you can find upcoming events and information that way too. The 3 reminders for today are: next week, May 22nd, is the Rumi workshop titled The Way of Love by Reverend Blair Tabor, and during fellowship that day, he will also answer questions about the trip to the Holy Land in November. The 4th Sunday of the month, May 22nd, our grief support group will be meeting at 7:30 p.m. at Snapdragon Healing Center, led by Valerie Kobe. Love offerings welcomed. Ask the Almost Minister will take place on May 29th, so please place your questions for Stacy on all things spiritual and unity in the basket, or even better, the e-letter link. Those who are online can put your questions in the comments. All questions are due in by May 22nd, which is next week. Also, questions can be anonymous if you're more comfortable. Be sure to check out our information table and giving station in the back of the room, and we look forward to seeing you at an event soon. And Stacy now has some thank yous to extend.
Thank you. Well, first a thank you to Layla, right? Layla has double duty today because she was doing childcare and she's our platform assistant. So she gets 2 rounds of applause, I think. I wanted to bring our kids up today too. So can I have Jordan and Lucia and Julian come on up? Because they're going to share with us today something that they are celebrating so that we can celebrate with them. So come on up. Okay, so Jordan. Oh, okay, do you want to just tell me, Jordan? Okay, how about Julian? Julian, what are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating having a happy day and having lots of loving people around me.
That's all Sarah.
I mean, was that like...
That's all Sarah.
I did not plant you, right? That all came from your heart. I did not tell you to say that. That just was beautiful. It just all came from you. So you're going to give the sermon next week, is that right? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay. Thank you, Julian. Wow. Okay, Lucia, what are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating, I don't know. You told me earlier. Oh yeah, kids camp. I'm very excited.
So yeah, Lucia has been wanting to go to Unity Summer Kids Camp for 5 years now. And finally, this is the summer she's old enough to go. So yeah, we're celebrating with you so you can keep the unity, that whole positive unity message going, right? Okay, and then you'll give the sermon in like 3 weeks. Is that right? Okay, I'm lining you all up. Okay, thanks, Lucia. Okay, Jordan, what are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating summer so that I can hug my mom every day.
Aw, very nice. Oh my gosh. So if you want to help out with our youth and family ministry, this is what you receive. You receive more than what you even give. So I encourage you to see me if you want to participate with that. We want to thank everyone who helped in our service today. Also, last week we had Betsy, Suzanne, Jane, and Lucy helped with our hospitality. We have Lucy today with some hospitality as well. Melba also brought desserts for Reverend Irma's celebration, so thank you, Melba, for that. A belated happy birthday to our international Unity of the Oaks member, Jackie Chudley. So happy birthday to Jackie. She turned a big 60, so happy birthday. Thank you to our new board of trustees. We are going to be doing our board installation service now in 2 weeks. So come back on May 29th. I will be answering all your questions. So make sure you put them in our little plastic bowl over there or put them online, and I will answer your questions, and then we will install our new board of trustees. A big thank you to Reverend Sherri James for being with us today. If you need prayer support today, there is a prayer box in the back, and here's a slip for that. You can also go to prayer at UnityoftheOaks.org, and our website also you can submit prayer there, and we would love to pray with you. Our prayer chaplains have been trained to pray with you. They're honored to pray with you, so please reach out for prayer support. And we have Jimmy today. He's waving his hand there. He will be out on the bench to pray with you afterwards if you're here with us. So again, thank you everyone we also have on your chairs a little fundraiser. So Wendy Yost is the person to see for more information on that. We'll have more information in a couple weeks too. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you. We had about 20 people online watching with us. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who is here today. Please join us as we sing, and then we hope to have fellowship with you afterwards. Thank you. God bless you.
Let's stand and do our peace song. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Anything I want. Really? Yeah. Short? Short? Not short.